Let me add several more detailed sections on specific emergency scenarios, because preparedness comes from understanding each situation in depth.
Yes, let's cover medical situations, document emergencies, and security situations in real detail.
Medical emergencies, expanded. Scenario 1, someone collapses. Your steps are, check for response. Call their name, tap their shoulders firmly. Are you okay? Can you hear me? If no response, call emergency services immediately.
Check breathing. Is the chest rising? Can you hear breath sounds? She's breathing. He's not breathing. These two sentences determine what happens next.
If not breathing and you know CPR, begin immediately while someone else calls. If you don't know CPR, the operator will talk you through it. I don't know CPR. Please tell me what to do.
Scenario 2. Someone is having a low blood sugar episode, hypoglycemia. Signs: confusion, shaking, sweating, pale skin. She seems confused and shaky. I think it might be low blood sugar. She says she's diabetic.
If conscious and able to swallow, give something sweet. Orange juice, a sugary drink, glucose tablets. Here, drink this slowly, then call for help.
Scenario 3. Burns. He's been burned. It covers his forearm. Immediate action: cool running water for at least 10 minutes. Never ice, never butter, just cool water.
Keep it under cool running water. Don't burst any blisters. Cover loosely with clean cloth if available. We'll need an ambulance. The burn looks serious.
Knowing these steps and the English to describe them means you can be genuinely helpful in a crisis, not just present.
Lost documents abroad. A deeply stressful situation, but there are clear steps.
Passport stolen or lost. Step 1. Police report. I'd like to report a lost or stolen passport. Get the crime reference number. Step 2. Contact your embassy or consulate. I've lost my passport and need emergency travel documents.
Emergency travel documents. Temporary papers to get you home. Not a permanent replacement, but functional for travel. How quickly can emergency documents be issued?
Step 3. Travel insurance. I need to make a claim. My passport has been stolen. They coordinate with embassies and cover costs.
Financial emergencies. I've lost everything. Wallet, cards, phone. Options. Bank emergency line to freeze and replace cards. Money transfer from home.
Could you wire me money? Electronic transfer across borders. Where is the nearest Western Union? A money transfer service with worldwide locations.
Hotel concierges are remarkable resources in these situations. I've been robbed. I have nothing. Please help me work through what to do. They do this. It is genuinely their role.
Personal safety situations.
If you feel followed or threatened, remove yourself toward populated areas. Enter any shop or cafe. Excuse me, I feel unsafe. Could I stay here for a moment? They will almost always say yes.
On public transport, move toward other passengers. Tell the conductor, I'd like to report an incident. A passenger has been threatening me.
If you've been physically attacked, I've been assaulted. If you've received threats, I've been verbally threatened. Both are reportable, and both deserve police response.
Sexual harassment. I've been sexually harassed. This person touched me without my consent. These are crimes in English-speaking countries. You have the right to report them and to be taken seriously.
Your safety and your dignity matter. The English language gives you the tools to defend both. Use them.
Mental health emergencies.
UK, Samaritans, 116123, 24 hours, free, text or call. US, 988, same availability.
With someone you're worried about, are you safe right now? Asking directly is appropriate and important. I'm here and I'm not going anywhere.
For yourself, I'm not okay and I need help. The hardest sentence in this entire episode, and one of the most important.
You matter. Your well-being matters. Every word in this episode is here because you matter.
Welcome back to Jamyy English. I'm Jays.
And I'm Amy. Episode 25, April 25th.
And today, what to do when things go seriously wrong.
Emergencies. The English you hope you never need, but the English that could genuinely make a difference if you do.
We're going to cover this clearly and practically. Medical emergencies, lost documents, theft, safety situations, and the language that gets you through each one.
Think of today as a safety kit, built before you need it, available when you do.
The most important thing we'll say up front. In any emergency, short and clear beats long and perfect. Your English doesn't have to be flawless. It has to be understood.
2 words can save a life. Help and ambulance. Know those. Everything else builds from there.
Let's build. Emergency services, the numbers you must know.
United Kingdom, 999. Police, fire, ambulance. United States and Canada, 911. Europe, 112. Australia, 000.
112 is also a universal emergency number that works across most of the world, even without signal in many cases, worth knowing as a backup.
When you call, the operator asks, which service do you require? Answer, ambulance, police, fire brigade. One word, they connect you immediately.
Then, what's the emergency? 3 pieces of information. Who needs help? What happened? Where you are.
My friend has collapsed and isn't responding. We're outside the pharmacy on Oxford Street, near the junction with Regent Street.
Who? My friend. What? Collapsed? Not responding. Where? Oxford Street, outside the pharmacy. 30 words. Everything the operator needs.
Medical emergency vocabulary.
She's not breathing. He's unconscious. There's a lot of blood. She's having a seizure. Seizure. Involuntary shaking, uncontrolled muscle movements.
I think he's having a heart attack. Symptoms: chest pain, left arm pain, sweating, difficulty breathing. She's showing signs of a stroke. Fast, face drooping, arms weak, speech slurred. Time: call immediately.
The operator will give you instructions. Follow them precisely. Are they breathing? Can you perform CPR? If you don't know how, say so. I don't know how. Please talk me through it. They will.
Help is on its way. What the operator says to reassure you. It means emergency services are coming. Stay on the line. Keep the phone connected until help arrives.
For allergic reactions, she's having an anaphylactic reaction. Her throat is swelling. Anaphylactic, severe, life-threatening allergic reaction. EpiPen, the emergency injection. Does she have an EpiPen? Where is her EpiPen?
For bleeding, I'm applying pressure to the wound. Applying pressure, pressing firmly on the cut to slow bleeding. Standard first aid. Keep pressing until help arrives.
Theft and lost documents.
I've been robbed, stolen from directly by someone present. My bag was snatched, taken suddenly and forcefully. I've been pickpocketed, stolen from without noticing.
Where to go? Police station or nearest officer? What to say? I'd like to report a theft. Then describe what happened. Time, location, description of the person if you saw them, what was taken.
I need a crime reference number. This is the official record of your report, essential for insurance claims. Can I have a crime reference number for my records?
Passport stolen. My passport has been stolen. I need to contact my embassy. Embassy, your government's official office in a foreign country. They can issue emergency travel documents. What's the address of the nearest embassy?
Card stolen. I need to cancel my bank cards immediately. Call your bank. The number is usually on the back of the card or on your bank's website. I'd like to report my cards as stolen and block them immediately.
Lost rather than stolen. I think I left my bag on the train. Lost property office, a place where found items are handed in. Is there a lost property office here? I left my bag on the number 7 train about an hour ago.
Feeling unsafe.
I think I'm being followed. Can I stay here for a moment? To a shopkeeper, a cafe, any public place. They will almost always say yes.
I need help. I feel unsafe. Direct and clear. To any person nearby.
Fire. There's a fire. We need to evacuate. Evacuate. Leave the building immediately. Fire exit. The emergency exit. Assembly point, where everyone gathers outside. Sound the alarm. Activate the fire alarm.
Gas leak. I can smell gas. I think there's a leak. Leave immediately. Don't turn lights on or off. Call the gas emergency line from outside. Let's do a quick role play. I've witnessed someone collapse at a shopping area, and I'm calling for help.
Emergency services. Which service do you require?
Ambulance, please, urgently. A man has collapsed outside Boots on the high street. He fell suddenly and isn't responding to my voice. He is breathing.
Okay, help is on the way. Can you stay with him? Is there anyone else around?
Yes, I'm staying with him. There are other people here. Someone is keeping the crowd back.
Can you tell me approximately how old he looks?
Maybe 60. He's wearing a gray coat. There's no visible injury.
Good. Keep him still. Do not move him unless he's in danger. The ambulance is 4 minutes away.
Thank you. I'll stay on the line.
That's perfect. Short sentences, clear information, staying calm, and that last line, I'll stay on the line, exactly what the operator needs to hear.
Crowd management, keeping the crowd back, is important. People gathering around an unconscious person can restrict airflow and hinder emergency responders. Give him space or please stand back are useful phrases to direct bystanders.
Everyday urgent situations, not life or death, but genuinely urgent.
Locked out. I'm locked out of my room. Could you send someone up? To a hotel. I've locked myself out. Who do I call? In a rental.
Broken down car. My car has broken down on the motorway. I'm in the emergency lane and I need roadside assistance. Emergency lane, the hard shoulder, for breakdowns only. Roadside assistance, the service that comes to help.
No phone battery. Excuse me, this is a bit of an emergency. My phone has just died and I need to make an urgent call. Could I borrow yours for 1 minute?
Saying, this is a bit of an emergency, before an unusual request, makes people much more willing to help. It signals genuine need rather than convenience.
I want to add something about preparing yourself emotionally and practically for emergencies before they happen. Not in a paranoid way, in a practical, empowered way.
Preparation is not anxiety. It's confidence. Knowing what to do removes panic from the equation.
Some simple things worth doing now. Save your emergency contacts in your phone under IC in case of emergency. Many first responders check for IC contacts when someone can't speak for themselves.
IC, in case of emergency. Most smartphones also have a medical ID section where you can list allergies, blood type, and emergency contacts, accessible even when the phone is locked.
Know your blood type. I'm type O positive. This can be relevant in a medical emergency. If you don't know yours, worth finding out.
Travel insurance. If you're traveling in an English-speaking country, know your policy number and the emergency assistance number. I have travel insurance. The policy number is... The insurance company can help coordinate care and communicate with local providers.
And a practical phrase worth knowing. I need an interpreter. If your English is failing under extreme stress, you can request language support in many healthcare and emergency settings. I need someone who speaks Mandarin, or is there a translation service available?
In the UK, the NHS has interpretation services. In the US, large hospitals have language services. You have rights to communication support in healthcare settings.
These are not things you need to think about every day, but having this knowledge somewhere in the back of your mind, it changes how you feel about being in a foreign country, from vulnerable to prepared.
From what would I do if something went wrong to I know what I'd do. I have the words.
That shift, that's what this episode is about.
Preparedness as confidence. Yes, exactly.
Language tips for emergency situations.
Short sentences, 2 to 5 words each. He's not breathing. We're on Oxford Street. Ambulance, please.
Point if words fail. Gesture is universal. Nobody will misunderstand you pointing at something and saying help with urgency.
Use numbers. He's about 60. We've been here 20 minutes. Numbers are easy and useful in any language situation.
Know your hotel name and room number at all times. If you can't remember your location, your hotel information gives emergency services a starting point.
And breathe. Slower speech is clearer speech. The operator needs every word. One slow, clear sentence beats 3 fast, garbled ones.
You have more English than you think. Even basic sentences, said calmly and clearly, get the help coming.
Essential phrases for the wall.
Medical emergency.
I need an ambulance. My friend has collapsed and isn't responding. We're at Oxford Street outside Boots.
Theft.
I'd like to report a theft. My bag was snatched at the tube station about half an hour ago. I need a crime reference number.
Lost passport.
My passport has been stolen. I need to contact my embassy and file a police report.
Feeling unsafe.
Excuse me, I think I'm being followed. Could I stay here for a few minutes? Could you call the police?
Fire.
There's a fire on the 2nd floor. Everyone needs to evacuate now. Call the fire brigade.
Everyday urgent.
This is a bit of an emergency. My phone has died and I need to make one urgent call. Could you help me?
Every one of those, clear, direct, actionable.
Let me add something about the language of calling for help from bystanders. In a public emergency, you're often surrounded by people who are frozen, not because they don't want to help, but because they don't know they should be the one to act.
The bystander effect. The more people present, the less likely any one individual is to act, because each assumes someone else will.
Breaking this, give specific instructions to specific people. You, in the red jacket, call 999 now. You, standing there, keep people back from him. One person, one clear task.
Does anyone have a first aid kit? Is there a defibrillator in this building? These questions activate people who might otherwise stand and watch.
And after the emergency passes, checking on those who helped. Are you okay? That was a lot. Do you need to sit down? People who assist in emergencies can experience shock too.
You did really well, said to someone who helped. Acknowledging their contribution matters, both for them and for building the kind of community where people help each other.
Bystander to helper to supporter. That's the full arc. And English gives you the words for every step.
One last thought about emergency preparedness and language confidence.
I want to say something to anyone who has ever worried, what if something happens and my English isn't good enough?
This worry is real and understandable.
But here is what I've come to know. Emergency services professionals, paramedics, police officers, hospital staff are trained to work with people who are frightened, people who are in shock, people who speak limited English. They are the most patient communicators you will ever encounter in a crisis.
They will ask yes/no questions, they will point, they will use gestures, they will find an interpreter if needed. Their job is to help you, and they will find a way.
Your job is simply to make contact. Help. Ambulance. Your location. That is enough to start. Everything else follows.
And with this episode, you now have so much more than that. You have the vocabulary of medical symptoms, police reports, lost documents, safety situations, and mental health support.
You have preparation, and preparation is confidence. And confidence means that if something happens, you will not be silent. You will speak in English, and you will be heard.
That's everything. That's what this was for.
Now go enjoy the rest of your day. You've done something important today.
You really have. Homework. Find out one thing today. The emergency number for an English-speaking country you might visit, or where your nearest embassy is located, or where the AED, defibrillator, is in your workplace or local public building.
Write it down. Store it in your phone. This is the kind of preparation that looks unnecessary until it isn't.
And in the comments, has anyone here ever had to ask for help in English in an unexpected situation? What happened? How did you manage?
We can all learn from each other's experiences. Share yours.
Tomorrow, episode 26, we go online. The English of social media, internet culture, and the digital world.
Much lighter than today, promise.
One last thought. The goal of emergency vocabulary is not just that you survive a crisis. It's that you feel capable enough that the idea of a crisis doesn't prevent you from living fully.
Fear of the unknown keeps people small, keeps them from traveling, from trying new places, from stepping into unfamiliar situations.
Knowing you have the words for the difficult moments, for the unexpected situations, means you can be bold. You can go further. You can try more.
The language of emergencies is actually the language of freedom.
The language of freedom, I like that very much.
Use it.
Let's learn, speak, and grow together. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.